In astrology, the planets describe the core energies of our personality, but there are also asteroids and some additional chart points that add some deeper layers of meaning to our birth charts. These placements can highlight themes such as healing, nurturing, wisdom, commitment, personal empowerment. And while they are smaller bodies or symbolic points compared to the planets, many astrologers use these to gain some more insight into our specific patterns in our charts. So in this video, I'm going to explore several commonly used asteroids and chart points in astrology and talk about what they represent within your birth chart. So we're going to talk about Chiron, Sirius, Pallas Athena, Juno, and Lilith, each of which represent a different archetype and aspect of our human experience. So let's get started with Chiron, often referred to as the wounded healer. In astrology, Chiron represents our deepest wounds and the potential for healing and wisdom that can come from these experiences. It reflects areas where we might feel vulnerable or challenged, but also where we have the ability to help others through understanding and compassion. Chiron is often associated with themes connected to Virgo and the sixth house, which relate to healing, service, and personal growth through self awareness. Its archetype is the wounded healer, and the healthy expression of a Chiron is compassion, wisdom gained through experience, and the ability to support others in their healing. The shadow side is feeling inadequate, being stuck in old wounds, or overly identifying with past pain. So, how does this show up in a birth chart? Your Chiron placement reveals where you may carry emotional wounds, but also where you have the potential to develop wisdom and healing abilities over time. An example of this would be people with strong Chiron themes often feel called toward healing work, helping others through difficult experiences, or turning their own challenges into a source of wisdom. Moving on, we have Sirius. Sirius represents nurturing, caregiving, and the ways we give and receive emotional support. It reflects how we care for others and what helps us feel emotionally nourished. Sirius is often associated with themes connected to Cancer in the fourth house, which relates to home, family, and emotional security. Its archetype is the caregiver. The healthy expression is supportive, nurturing, and emotionally attentive. The shadow expression of this is overprotective, controlling through care, or neglecting one's own needs while caring for others. If you think about it, these are kind of the positive and negative attributes of the zodiac sign Cancer in general, which makes sense because that's what rules this. So, how does this show up in our birth chart? This placement can reveal how we nurture others and what we personally need in order to feel emotionally supported and secure. So, people with a strong, Sirius theme often express care through support, protection, guidance, or creating a sense of safety for others. Next up, we have Pallas Athena. Pallas Athena represents wisdom, strategy, and intuitive intelligence. It reflects the ability to recognize patterns, solve problems creatively, and approach life with thoughtful insight. Pallas Athena is often associated with themes connected to Aquarius in the 11th house, which relates to vision, innovation, and understanding larger systems. The archetype is the strategist. The healthy expression is creative problem solving, insight, and balanced wisdom. The shadow expression is overly intellectual thinking, emotional detachment, or relying on only logic without intuition. So, how does this show up in a birth chart? Your Pallas placement can show how you approach challenges, recognize patterns, and apply wisdom in your life. People with a strong Pallas theme often excel at strategic thinking, creative solutions, and seeing connections others may miss. Again, think about Aquarius energy and how it is an air sign and what it is known for. Next up, we have Juno. Juno represents commitment, partnership, and long term relationships. It reflects what we value in deep partnerships and the qualities that we seek in lasting connections. Juno is often associated with themes connected to Libra and the seventh house, which relates to balance, equality, and partnership. Its archetype is the partner. The healthy expression is loyalty, mutual respect, and balanced partnerships. The shadow side would be jealousy, power struggles, or dependency in relationships. So your Juno placement can reveal the qualities that you seek in committed relationships and how you approach long-term partnerships. An example of this energy in real life is that people with strong Juno themes often place great importance on loyalty, fairness, and emotional commitment within relationships. And the last point we're going to be looking at today, and one of my favorites, is Lilith. Lilith represents our untamed nature, our personal power, and the parts of ourselves that resist control or suppression. It reflects deep instincts, hidden desires, and the drive for personal autonomy. Lilith is often associated with themes connected to Scorpio in the 8th house, which relate to power, transformation, and emotional depth. The archetype is the untamed one. The healthy expression of Lilith is authenticity, personal sovereignty, and confidence in one's power. The shadow side, rebellion, suppression of desires, or destructive expressions of power. So, how does this show up in our birth chart? Our Lilith placement can reveal where we seek freedom, where we resist control, and where our deepest personal power may emerge. People with strong Lilith themes often feel drawn to personal empowerment, truth telling, and embracing their authentic nature. In closing, asteroids and additional chart points add another layer of insight to astrology, helping us explore more specific themes within our birth charts. While the planets describe the main energies of our personality, these placements can reveal deeper patterns connected to healing, relationships, wisdom, and personal empowerment. Together, they can help create a more complete picture of the many influences that shape our experiences and personal growth. If you haven't yet, please check out my very similar video to this on the planets that is linked in the description here, as well as the playlist I have about learning about astrology and the zodiac signs. As always, thank you so much for being here. Any likes, subscriptions, or shares are always much appreciated. See you on the next video.